3 musicians Joni Mitchell dislikes. There is no doubt that Joni Mitchell is a songwriter who has something to comment about. Her words evoke strong feelings and speak to our position in the world to a profound degree. On the other hand, she is not only vocal in the recording studio. She has also been known to voice her thoughts in other settings. Finding 3 musicians that Mitchell does not like is the next step. Are you in agreement with her position regarding these legendary musicians? 3 musicians Joni Mitchell dislikes. 1. John Lennon. Approximately about the same time period, John Lennon and Mitchell rose to prominence. In addition, Lennon was influenced by Bob Dylan, who was a contemporary of hers in the folk music genre. Despite the fact that he praised the bard, he was not particularly fond of Mitchell's sound. As soon as Mitchell became aware of the nasty statements that he had made to her, she immediately responded to him. In the past, Mitchell has stated, that was a class difficulty that he had. A young man from the working class. I have no doubt that he engaged in the same verbal altercation with George Martin because he was terrified of being accused of betraying his class. I am aware that if I get involved in this, I would find myself in a lot of trouble. But I have some thoughts that are contentious regarding him. She went on to say, I watched this English film, which was a compilation of the most talented musicians of the 20th century. As soon as technology arrived in my day, the level of intelligence associated with it plummeted significantly. When it came to me, this guy stated, I never liked Joni Mitchell. She's too twee. He did this by folding his arms and crossing his feet. In any case, that is how John Lennon actually behaved. It was that fear that people from the working class have of people from the middle class. 2. Madonna. It is impossible to imagine Mitchell being any more unlike to Madonna. Madonna put on a lavish display that was filled with sexual energy, in contrast to Mitchell, who focused on her own vocals and profound meaning in her lyrics. Mitchell once insulted the younger singer by calling her a terrible role model. Despite the fact that there is sufficient space for both artists to collect their bouquets. In the past, Mitchell has been quoted as saying, that is an interesting idea, but what is the difference between her and a hard hooker, you know? In reference to Madonna. Whom are they taking advantage of there? She, too, is being ecstatic about herself, but she is able to handle it. That seems to be the case, it seems. It's simply a matter of being able to take it, I suppose. There has always been a market for it, but the risk is that she mistakenly believes that she is a model for others to follow. However, it is a bad example to follow. It is the end of everything that is real. 3. Bob Dylan. The fact that Bob Dylan had lied about his life, to some extent, is a well-known fact. His wayfaring persona was enhanced by the fact that he had fabricated his past. Mitchell regarded Dylan's method to be somewhat misleading, despite the fact that it is not unheard of for an artist to cultivate a certain mystery, so to speak. Once upon a time, Mitchell stated, Bob is not authentic in any way. In addition to being a plagiarist, his identity and voice are both fabricated. There is no truth to anything that Bob says or does.